Greetings, all. Want to come on here today. You all get two videos for today. One was the praise report. Absolutely grateful to God for that one. And then today I did go to the doctor to see my surgical oncologist and my plastic surgeon. Today's visit was to check up everything and the stitches and all of that stuff and to follow up. So today, what they did, now I didn't have a lot of details for you all about how things went because when I got out of surgery, I was just extra sleepy. So I just really didn't even, whatever came out of my mouth wasn't about the labs and all of that. So today, we talked about my labs. So everything came back. During the surgery, they took out the breast tissue and they took out 1, 2, and 3 left and right side sentinel. Lymph nodes. And those all came back negative, and there was no carcinoma for any of the breast tissue nor the nodes. I should learn to say that, you would think. So anyway, we discussed all of the paperwork. We discussed all of the labs. And now they have me signed up for physical therapy because I have to work on getting the range of motion back into my arms so that these muscles don't tighten up. I did get clarification that this implant that I have in me now is a temporary implant. It's like a balloon, has a little hole in it, and they found the hole with like a magnet. So I thought that was pretty neat. They make a lot of medicine. I just, because I'm not in the medical field, a lot amazes me. So they found the hole and they sucked out all the air. So that first round was air. I wasn't really for sure what I was feeling. I could touch it. I could squeeze it. It felt weird. I don't have any sensation in my breast right now. Like certain parts you can touch it and I don't even feel it. So I couldn't really tell what was the expander, what was the implant. Like I really just didn't have a clue. But today, the process is really weird. Like it was real weird. So what they did, once they located that port, because it's actually considered a port too, not like the port that's still there. My port is still there. So I think I don't know if you can see it. My port is still there. I think Dr. Park is going to be responsible for scheduling the surgery to have that removed. So that's another thing we got to put on the prayer targets, that we have another successful, safe removal of the port. So let's put that in our prayer targets. But anyway, these implants have a port themselves. So they located the port and then they took this special needle to suck all the air out of my implants. So what's crazy is when they did it, they like sucked my air out and it looked like somebody dug out the inside of a pancake. Like my boobs literally sunk in. Like it is the weirdest thing ever to see, right? It didn't hurt because of course I still don't have feeling there. I didn't feel a thing. I just thought, oh gosh. Now the right one I felt a little different. I could feel that air coming out. Now it wasn't painful. There was no pain. I haven't had any pain. The surgery itself wasn't even painful, to be honest. So there was no pain. It's just weird. So, they got the air out. Then they put the same amount of weight in saline in there. So now what I have is water, salt water in there. I don't know if you can kind of see. They pumped them up a little bit, right? So, I think maybe I'm at an A or a baby B. I don't know. But I think what is weird about it is when I shake, I can hear the water in them. That's crazy. But thus far, I told Dr. Higdon, I think I'm allergic to the antibiotic because I've been itching from like head to toe for like since I started taking the antibiotic. And then it dawned on me, like, I couldn't figure it out. I kept thinking, well, I didn't change laundry detergent. Like, I hadn't done anything different. I've been wearing the same. I just couldn't figure out why. So I take Benadryl to offset the itching, and I did break out in a rash. And I let Jason's grandmother, because, I went to see Jason yesterday, so I let his grandmother take a look at it, and she said she thought it was heat. But, I don't know. I don't know. Usually heat, I get heat, but only in the summertime. But, like, this arm right here has I can feel these little bumps all up and down my body. But anyway, when Jason was probably about 8 months or so, he had gotten, I don't know, something happened, and he had to take amoxicillin. And he had a reaction to it, and he broke out in these hives. And that's when it dawned on me when I went to take my medicine. Like, I was like, oh man, I must be allergic to the antibiotic because this rash done came out, But anyway, it's too late to cry about spilled milk now because I done took the medicine for the last 2 weeks, and I only got one more pill to take for tonight. So I just kind of go on and take the pill and itch for tomorrow and take my Benadryl tonight. So that's what we got planned out, to follow up with the medicine. And Dr. Higdon wasn't a fan of calling it an allergic reaction because he said he didn't see any rash and he didn't get to see me when I was fully broken out. So he won't label it a rash. He will label it heat. Or he said it could be I'm allergic to Tylenol, and he listed off a couple things. But I just thought, you know what, you're right. If I ain't dead from it by now, taking this last pill can't do no worse. So I'm just going to go and take it and itch myself to death tonight. So that's what we got. Okay. My plan is to have just the one more surgery. These expanders have to come out, and then they will put in a full silicone implant. So that's the next surgery, is to do the swap for the temporary implant to the silicone implant. So we got to get that scheduled, but that has to happen after I heal. We did address the issue of necrosis. And that's when you have surgery and you cut into the skin and it might not get vascular. It might not get blood flow back. So that part of the skin can die, or it can self-heal. I did some Google research, and Google said to aid in its healing, to pat it. So when I'm laying here doing nothing, I just pat it and I rub it, and I use vitamin E. I use vitamin E because it's a known healer for skin. So I rub vitamin E on it and I just kind of pat it to help it get the blood flowing to it for that. So with the necrosis is a concern, but he didn't seem panicked. Dr. Higdon didn't seem panicked, not at all. So we have those things going on for us right now. Other than that, that's all I got. We are coasting along. Please remember your prayer targets and add those new things to our prayer targets. We're just going to make sure we have another safe, successful surgery, that the cancer is healed, thank you, Jesus, and gone forever, and that it does not affect my child. So please keep those prayer targets in mind. I love you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am excited. Thank you all for being a part of my journey. Thank you for your prayers, calls, texts, concerns. You all have been amazing. So I'm forever grateful for that. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Thanks. Love you. Bye.